Each portion of our program. Please keep in mind that these are at everyone's place at the table. Make notes of if the speaker did well or did not do well, and if he didn't do well, constructive criticism. Don't say, you stink. That's not an evaluation. So anyhow, please fill these out. Sign them if you'd like. It'll give the speaker an opportunity to discuss ideas with you. Having stated that, speaker number 1 is upon us. Toastmaster Carson Shaffer is a veteran of the United States Air Force and has worked in computers his entire adult life. He is an unabashed patriot and is very concerned with the recent data leaks and the government's response to them. Please welcome past President Carson Shaffer with his speech, "Who cares? Just shoot the messenger." Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Carson Shaffer.
2 weeks ago, 250,000 documents were stolen. The United States State Department published on WikiLeaks, the website. Pretty embarrassing stuff. What we thought about foreign diplomats in terms that was really private, say if Carmelo and I were riding back and forth and I go, this guy's a complete loser, we ought to really send a SEAL team to take him out. That's not meant for public dissemination. However, it has been. It's been on the nightly news every week, every night for the last 2 weeks. Where did this information come from? How did this all happen? Bradley Manning was a private in the U.S. Army who was stationed in Iraq. He's written, and I quote, that he was livid after being lectured by his ex-boyfriend that he was not a piece of equipment and was beyond frustrated with people, the Army, and society at large, unquote. His Facebook page says, "Take me for who I am or face the consequences." Well, I guess we are. Julian Asange is a Scandinavian who's described himself as being a very combative person, which I believe is an understatement, and also has said that he really hates the U.S. and that if we're going to lie, he's going to expose all our lies. 40% of these documents were classified, and 15,000 of them were secret. Secret's a real deal. I used to have a secret clearance. That's the real stuff. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff says, Assange claims that no one will be hurt from this, but a lot of the things in there contain names of the Afghan informers. So if you're an Afghan informer and your name gets published, I mean, nobody would hurt you for that, would they? This is serious stuff. It's really affecting our country. State Department memoranda used to be carried in diplomatic bags. Now it's on computer databases. And apparently it's accessible to privates in Iraq. Why? Why is this accessible? After 9/11 occurred, we did an analysis. We found out that the CIA knew part of it, the FBI knew part of it, the NSA knew some, everybody, all the alphabet soup agencies knew a part. And if you had put all the pieces together, we would have known that 9/11 was going to happen. So the government, this is nonpartisan by the way, the government said, well, we need to make this data transparent so everybody can see it everywhere, and that way we'll be able to see what's going on, put everything together, and be able to predict another 9/11. One of the problems with that is security tends to really go out the window when you do that. I have friends that work in the simulation industry at the research park next door to UCF. They work in security, and they've been telling me that they are under extreme pressure to make sure that everything is secure, but everybody has to be able to see all the data. Those two things are mutually exclusive. You cannot have total data transparency and have security at the same time. Sorry, it doesn't work. It's like pregnancy. You're either pregnant or you're not. There's no sort of pregnant. So spies? Who needs spies? Other countries that are our enemies, professed enemies, send their kids here. They go to UCF or wherever. They get a bachelor's, their master's, their PhD. Then they intern at Lockheed Martin or General Electric Power Systems or wherever. They don't have the blueprints. They make the blueprints. They decide how to do this. China, everybody, wow, what a great economy China has. Well, of course. We gave them the blueprints. We trained their kids on how to do it. It's like the movie Young Frankenstein, when they went down in the basement and found the book by Victor Frankenstein, How I Did It. We didn't give them the book. We had them write it. It's our fault. If we don't get our act together, we're really going to be sunk. There's 350 million of us, and we spend about $700 billion on the military every year. There's a lot of secrets in there, and we can't afford to have them go out to our enemies. On C-SPAN, I saw a gentleman who said that there's no secrets left. Anything that's on a computer database has already been stolen. Think about that. It's already gone. As I stand here, it's not that we can shut the barn door, the cow's down the street. The military wants to keep security high, and the politicians want data transparency.
Yeah, right.
Who are these politicians that want this transparency? Anybody here ever see Don Trump's The Apprentice, Celebrity Apprentice? Okay. On The Celebrity Apprentice, they had Rod Blagojevich. He was the ex-governor of Illinois who allegedly was auctioning off Obama's Senate seat. He couldn't dial a smartphone. He couldn't send a text message. He didn't know how to go to Google to make a search. He said, when I make a phone call, I pick up my phone. Mabel, call Senator Johnson. Yes, sir, Senator, Governor. And it's done. Steve Ballmer was testifying before Strom Thurmond in the Clinton administration. And Strom Thurmond says, now, Mr. Ballmer, this web browser you're talking about. And Ballmer says, Senator, that's browser with a B, sir. Thurmond goes, well, this web, whatever you want to call it, thing. These are the people that are making the rules. Do you think they can even understand this problem? Okay. Politicians value form far over function. Appearance is everything. Julian Asange used function to hurt form as much as he could. This is going to continue on. This is not going to stop. They want to prosecute Assange under the Espionage Act when the real issue is, why did we allow this to happen? These guys aren't the last ones who are going to do this. This is going to continue on until we take something, we take strong measures to stop it. It's not going to be a pleasant thing. We need to fix it right now. Otherwise, our power generation facility, the Center for Disease Control, U.S. AMRID, nuclear power facilities, all these, our enemies are staffing them, and they can take any information they want. The memory stick in my phone is 32 megs, smaller than my fingernail. It's not too late then. Talk to your politicians. Tell them we need technologically competent politicians. We need to do something immediately. Talk to the media. There's people in this room who know the media. Why isn't the media outraged at this? It used to be that if the government did something wrong, it was a good thing to stand up and call them on it. Apparently not so much anymore. And that needs to change. This is the information age. With cloud computing, it's already there. The whole government's in the cloud. We've got to take steps to stop it right now. Let's just not shoot the messenger.